Here we go, folks. And we are on the air.
Love. Good evening, good evening. How's everybody doing so far? How's everybody doing?
Wonderful, great, and even getting better. Definitely. How about yourself, sir?
Doing well, man. Already. As you come on the air, please introduce yourself. Say hello. Let us know you're out there so we can shout back at you.
Margaret Nick in the building. Yes. Joey Butler in the building. Peace and love.
Good evening, Margaret. Good evening to you.
Hey, we got Melody Butler on YouTube joining us tonight. I love it.
Melody. All right.
Yes.
Got Miss Sophia Mimi Young. Yeah, Mimi. How you doing, Miss Lee?
What's up, Mimi?
Margaret, praying for you. My prayers are with you
in
and
the house.
your family. God bless you.
What's up, Deidre Henson? What's up, Deidre Henson? Hello.
Deidre in the house.
Erica Nadine.
Erica, tell me she's going to oversleep tonight.
Peace and love.
Darlene Collins in the house. How you doing, Darlene?
Peace and love. How you feeling?
Mimi, how you doing, beautiful? My baby on the line.
What's up, Erica?
Charlene Curtis Adams. Welcome, Charlene Curtis Adams.
Welcome, Charlene.
Welcome.
Oh, man. Beautiful for y'all to jump right on in the show tonight. Look, we got a really hot show.
Right in tonight, like popcorn.
Charlene Curtis, peace and love.
Autumn Bailey. How you doing,
Autumn
Autumn?
Bailey. Hello, baby mama.
All right, Autumn, thanks for joining us again.
Appreciate you.
Like I said, we got a wonderful show tonight. We have some outstanding guests that's doing some really great things out there in the community. You guys definitely want to hear about this and find a way to support them. And we're not going to hold it up at all. We got so much to cover tonight. We're just going to dive into the show.
Get it.
Hello viewers, let me introduce myself. I am Nagosi, a show correspondent from Kenya. Join the charismatic Knight Brothers team as they tackle the game of health, fasting, exercise and blending socially consciousness subjects and even a splash of humor. Watch them go head-to-head, dishing out tips, recipes, and friendly opinions on their journey to become the MVPs of a healthier lifestyle for all.
What's up, my good people? My name is Cameron Kendrick, a new Knight Brothers AI personality. I'm filling in for Hakeem this week, who is on assignment for a future show. Anyway, what's good to my brothers Aquavian, Arden, Pierre, Roger, Armand, Kenny, and Lenny? Are y'all ready to rock this show tonight?
Yes, sir, Cam. You know we ready.
Say it one more time. Are y'all ready?
You know we ready, Cam.
Okay, let's make this lit then.
Let's roll.
All right, y'all. Come on now. Night Brother Show, baby. Night Brother Show. Get ready for the Night Brother Show, baby.
Let's go.
Grab your notepad, pencil and pad.
Want to welcome Jody Ford to the show. Want to welcome Orlando Mago to the show. Want to welcome Cheryl Queen. Want to welcome all of you who just come on board. I want to say hello to you guys.
Lodi Mako, what's up, brother?
All right, y'all. Night Brothers Intermittent Fasting. We come on every Tuesday at 8 p.m. on Facebook Live and also on YouTube. But right now, this is what we want y'all to do. We got some special guests on tonight, and they took their time to come on tonight to tell us about some special things they're doing out in the community. So before we go any further, I want y'all to all drop a 1 in the chat group, and that'll be your way of saying welcome to Lisa Leonard and Lennie Leonard. The brother's name is Lenny. You know he got to be good.
Another Lenny in the house, y'all. You know what it is.
Hello, guys. How you doing, Lisa? How you doing, Lenny?
Hey there.
How you doing? Good to see you both.
All
Listen,
right.
it's a pleasure to be here. It's a pleasure.
It's an honor to have you with what you're doing. It's just so needed. I mean, you have such a wealth of information, and we can't wait for you to just let them know what you're doing and how they can get back with you and get plugged in with you.
Absolutely. We are excited to be here, excited to share our organization, excited to share the knowledge that we have. It's for the benefit of the community. So anytime we have a platform to do just that, we are here.
Awesome.
Amen.
Without further ado, let's get going then. Let's get cracking, guys.
Well, I want to acknowledge that the family is definitely doing their job and dropping them 1s in the chat group to welcome.
Yes.
Y'all got to make Lisa and Leonard feel welcome. Give them that Night Brothers love. You know that Night Brothers love we do. All right. I love it.
Thank you, man.
So we're going to keep going with the show, and we're going to do a full interview with them in a couple of minutes, folks. All right?
Jot some notes down because you know where you are. This is the Night Brothers Intermittent Fasting Show. This is where healthy is the new sexy, and information that you execute correctly will make you powerful. So we have some powerful information for you tonight. And y'all are already sexy, so you know what we got to do is we got to go to the next screen, Lenny. Let's rock.
What's up, family? It's a great pleasure to be here tonight and to be on the show, as usual. You know how we do this. You know, we have a live chat, so you got any questions, any concerns, you're going on and put them in the chat. You know, the little chat box right there, wherever it is, and we will do our best to try to give you a good answer, best answer we can ever give you. So, hit us up. We're here, y'all.
Amen.
It's all free. It's free, so you got any questions about health and fitness, this is your time.
You know that's what we do, Pierre. That's what we do, baby. That's what we do. Hey, man, we got some. As people chime in, Q, because I see Orlando Mako out there tonight.
Yes, sir. Make sure in the house.
Make sure you.
Jody in the house. How you doing, Jody? Ronald Poopy Harris in the house. How you doing, Ronald Harris?
Hey.
We got Cheryl Queen in the house. We have Emma Allen Thomas Watkins in the house. How you doing?
Hey, Melody.
All right.
We got Vonda Press Franklin. How you doing, Vonda? My girl Vonda in the house.
All right.
Armand Wallace in the house. How you doing, Armand? The newlywed.
Hello, Night Brothers hosts, especially to Aquavian, better known as Mr. Fastmaster himself. Aquavian, are you there?
I'm here, baby. Let's go. Let's do this.
Okay, because I want to make sure. Are you the best bartender to quench my thirst again this week, or should I ask for Command Sergeant Major?
Girl, you know I got you. Stop playing. Don't play with me.
Okay, so you better act like you know Aquavian. Now, is it true you have something wet and tasty beverages for me this week?
I got something to wet this up tonight.
Okay, then step to the bar and start mixing it up, Mr. Fastmaster. Oh yeah, tell Arden Linda says peace and love.
Hey, Natural. Hollering at you, Natural.
Hey,
Wow.
She might be a little more real than what you think.
Oh man, Linda is off the hook, Q. I don't know where you got Linda Lean from, but she said, "Did you say you got something to quench her thirst?" What did you say?
Yes, she know that. Me and Linda gonna talk after the show, so let's keep it going. I'm gonna talk to Linda.
Mr. Fastmaster himself.
Yes,
Oh my God.
walking
Fast, faster, or you just fast? What is it?
No, brother. No, my brother. Listen, we got some tasty beverages on tap tonight, guys. And as always, the show is always, we aim to be not only informative, but entertaining. And our first tasty beverage tonight, in our socially speaking segment, we have our special guest, Lisa and Lennie Leonard from CompetitiveEdge.org. They support systems and student athletes to build adaptability, communication, and leadership. And you're going to find this segment very, very enlightening. And we want you to really focus in on this. Of course, drink number 2, tasty beverage number 2, and you know what I said, we got plenty of tasty beverages for you. It's going to be our feature segment. We're going to talk about the lymphatic system, the biggest unknown secret to weight loss. And guys, once you find out this information and utilize it, you're going to really see a big difference. And then the next tasty beverage we have for tonight, guys, we're going to talk about something that somebody asked about already. How you can get some Night Brothers Show 2023 cruise swag. We're going to have merchandise and apparel, which you'll be able to obtain. And we're going to talk all about that, as well as if you still want to join us on the cruise, how you can do that also. Back to you, Lennie. Let's go.
All right, y'all. Let's get it. Let's get it. Socially speaking with the guest.
Socially speaking with the Night Brothers Intermittent Fasting Show. You can start clapping now. Start clapping now. And start clapping now. Tonight we have Competitive Ed, Lisa, and Leonard. Lennie Leonard, let me say. Lisa and Lennie Leonard today. And they have so much of a wealth of information to share with you. It's absolutely incredible. We're going to have to see if we can get them back some kind of way. But we're going to jump right into it. Lisa,
Yes.
tell us a little bit about Competitive Edge. How does it work? How did it even come about, Lennie? How did y'all come up with this together?
So I guess I will start because I think it's really, really important for us to lead with our why and for people to understand that this work is near and dear to us. We actually started Competitive Edge during the pandemic after observing our daughter, who played at an extremely high level, basketball specifically, go through the challenges that many other athletes were experiencing at the time, academically, in terms of now having to work from home in the virtual space, but also navigating that athletic space, because one thing that she saw for certain was that the folks who were talking to her, the coaches who were talking to her, who were interested in her athletic acumen, they all pretty much went away. Most of them went away. And so we certainly observed her trying to figure out what that really meant, and was it an indictment on her value? And so we quickly jumped in to remind her that her value is not caught up in a sport, nor is it caught up in a coach that was pursuing her. Rather, her value has already been instilled in her all along the way. And so when she was going through that rough patch, one of the things that Lennie and I talked about was that if our daughter is having this difficult time, then certainly there are other kids around the country who are experiencing the same kinds of challenges around specifically recruitment and so forth. Unfortunately, young people kind of put their values in social media and in coaches that pursue them and then stop pursuing them, and they're still kids or young people, right? And so at the end, they have to be able to navigate that emotional space. Initially, we were focused on IQ, that level of intelligence, but the truth is EQ is even more important than IQ. And so that's why we decided that we would create the opportunity and the space for young people to build their emotional capacity so that they're able to navigate the athletic space with ease, Not that it'll be easier, but with ease. They're able to navigate the academic space with ease, and so forth, and just in general in life. And so we're about making multi-generational impact, because when young people in the 7th grade on begin to develop their emotional intelligence, then they show up as very different adults. So they are able to manage relationship differently. They're able to not quit so easily. So that's a little bit of why we started Competitive Edge. I'll let Lenny jump in.
And then the second half of it is, the other part is that sports will end for everybody.
Yes.
And to develop the skill sets and let young people understand the business of athletics.
Oh, talk
and that
to him,
is
brother.
very, very important.
Right.
The young people, and more importantly, parents, because during the pandemic, as my wife said, our daughter was ranked the 23rd best post player in the country.
Wow.
Now we're talking in the country. And we were getting calls from everybody, and all of a sudden they went away. So imagine you have a young person in your house going to Michigan, going to Columbia, on the coach with Harvard, so on and so forth, and then all of a sudden the pandemic hits and it goes away.
Yes.
How do they emotionally handle this? And what we realized in doing research is that most of the skills that you learn in athletics are easily transferable into corporate America.
Amen.
There's 4 magazine studies that talk about the number of Fortune 500 companies that have CEOs that have backgrounds in athletics. But what we have to do as specifically Black and brown people, talk about the transition.
Amen.
Because the odds of becoming
But talk about it first, right? Start planning first around that transition. It's too late. Well, it's not too late, because I don't believe it's anything is too late. But if you start planning your plan B or creating your plan B before you get to the end, then you stand a better chance and you're better prepared. And so we don't have young people who are pursuing careers or pursuing degrees that won't serve them later on.
Amen.
Well, Lisa, I'd like to ask, how does the program truly benefit scholars that play sports on all levels, and how does it help the parents as well? If you
Oh gosh,
break that down. You can break that down.
So listen, this is my passion pit, but I want to start with parents, right? And so one of the, as we talked about our daughter, as we talked about the research, as we talked about observing athletes across the country, one thing that is for certain in the recruiting process, coaches are looking at parents' behavior on the sideline as much as they're looking at the young people, right?
Yeah.
And so, of course, most recently, and not most recently, within the last year or two since the pandemic, we've seen parents unravel on the sideline.
Yes.
And that leaks on into the courts. We've seen referees who have been jumped on when they're just there to do their job, make $25, $50 to run up and down the court in support of your child.
Right.
And Lisa, can I jump in right there for a second?
Yeah.
I mean, if I'm not mistaken about this is even trickled down to like the little leagues and things of that nature where parents are out of control on the sideline.
Yes, it is.
Right. And so, but this is about priority, right? What is most important? Why do we play sport? Sport is a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful experience, right? But I think the question is, why are we playing it, especially at a young age? There's so many skills that are built or developed within the confines of sport. There's so many skills that are transferable outside of the sport. Yes. So when we see parents performing less than their parental role, it's disheartening. So that's why we work with student athletes, parents, and coaches. So we do a full wraparound support service for all three, because you cannot work with student athletes in isolation. So that's my passion pit, sir.
Amen. Right. Kenny, you up, brother?
What is EQ coaching, and what motivated you to start this aspect because it's very interesting. It sounds very, very important to something that is in my life right now. So can you elaborate on that a little bit?
Sure. So in schools, you may hear social emotional learning. I plant my feet in the EQ space, which is very similar work, but very intentional in our approach. I do want to couch the conversation, though, in that we talk about emotional wellness versus mental wellness. And those are, while they're very different, they can work in tandem. When we talk about mental wellness, we're talking about cognitive functions.
Yes.
That's slightly different, right?
Yes.
But when we talk about emotional wellness, we're talking about the ability or young people, or let's not say just young people. We're talking about our ability to navigate emotions in a way that's effective and produce the results that we want. And so how cool is it for a young person to be able to understand their perceptive state? How cool is it for them to understand that they have emotional agency? So they have a choice in how they decide to respond. They have a choice in how they activate their emotions, right? But they need the skill set. So I spend my time building their capacity so that one, they have the vocabulary to be able to describe what it is they're feeling. Most times, you ask adults, how are you feeling? I'm good.
They can't tell you.
Yeah, what is that? What is that? What is that?
Right. Don't have the words.
What's wrong with you? What do most people say when you ask the question, what's wrong?
I'm all right.
I'm good.
I'm good. I'm all right. Nothing. Right?
How you doing?
But none of that is describing how we feel emotionally. And so building their vocabulary to be able to articulate their emotions is incredibly important. So I'll pause right there. If I can go, I'll go further.
And so,
I think it's
EQ coaching. So specifically about EQ coaching, it's essentially mentoring. It's just what we do is we put spins on everything that's athletic. So when you see EQ coaching, it's essentially mentoring.
Awesome. Thank you.
Awesome. Like I said, I would definitely. This is something that I am definitely interested. This is something that's touching me right now. We talked in the pre-show about my youngest son, and his mother and him are on here right now, so we'll definitely be in touch with you. This is something we try to preach to him. Education first. Like you said, there were 5,100 people that have ever played in the NBA. That's the number you quoted me, right?
Yeah.
Out of all the people
in
the world,
years, 5,100 in 77 years.
That is amazing. That is something to think about. So I thank y'all so much. Keep doing what y'all do.
Absolutely.
Pierre, you got question number 4 for him.
All right, question number 4. What's the 4 things parents should ask about when negotiating with a college for a scholarship?
Ooh, I'll let you take that one, Lenny.
The first thing is you have got to understand as parents, you have more control than you think. And you got to understand that sports is a business. And this is the way you go about doing it.
Yes, it is.
Most college athletes are not on full scholarship. They're on an assortment of scholarships. The full ride represents less than 1%. So a college athlete has a full ride is less than 1%. Now I'm gonna hit you with a couple more numbers. Every year, 7 million kids graduate or young people graduate from high school. Only 6% of those go on to play college sports.
Wow.
So we went from 7 million down to 420,000. That 420,000, there are only 180,000, get this, D1 or D2 full or partial scholarships, because D3 is 100% academic.
Oh, wow.
So we're talking 180,000 scholarships versus on the academic side, 2 million.
Wow.
Preach.
Academically.
Look, I was very blessed.
When we start talking to parents, So when we
What you
start
say,
talking
Lenny?
to parents,
I said I was really blessed there because I had a full ride and I didn't know those numbers, Lenny. That's amazing, my brother. Keep going though.
none of us know them. And that's the danger, is that we don't know them. So what the first thing a parent should ask is, where am I on the recruiting? Where is my child on the recruiting board?
Yep.
Because that will tell you right away how interested they are. Number two, if a school is interested in you, regardless of the sport, football in your case, or basketball or baseball, the first thing you want to know is this. They have camps. Are you paying to go to the camp, or are they paying for you to come to the camp?
Yes.
Depending on how interested they are, it's free for you. So when you see all these young people and parents in these camps, 9 times out of 10, they're paying. It's what that money that they're running those camps are is essentially to build up scholarship money to pay athletes. They have no intentions on recruiting all of the athletes in the camp. So let's take, for instance, University of Maryland. They had 1,200 young people. They're only interested in 10 out of 1,200.
Yeah.
So
and that's
you know, so
thank God my son has a camp. My son has a camp tomorrow. So thank God.
Say that again.
I said my son has a camp tomorrow at UCF that they invited him. So thank God, brother.
Yeah.
So now hint. Your son's really good. When they start forking the money, now you got to be more protected, and that's a whole nother show. And we can go into more detail offline. But now you're in a different category, because now you need to take control of the situation, because all coaches say what they need to say. Because remember, they get paid off the backs of your young people.
Yes.
Erica said something about them being left with student loans. And Erica, I just saw it pop up, and she's right to some degree. But the other part that I would offer for us to consider is that some are left without degrees. And so that's not acceptable. It's not acceptable for you to go play at a school and then leave without your degree. So if you have student loans, that's one thing. If you are lucky enough, like Lenny and myself, to get a full ride, then that's another thing. And you have a responsibility to leave with your degree.
Amen.
Because you can't leave with aches and pains later on in life, right? You sacrificed your body for the good of the sport and the school. So at the end of the day, this is a part of developing that plan B. At the end of the day, you have an obligation to yourself to leave with a degree as well.
Amen.
Yes.
You right about
Lisa,
that.
let me understand that there's an event that's coming up pretty soon, and we want to kind of gravitate toward that, because we want the people to know about what's going on, what you guys have planned.
Hey, how you doing? It's Marcus Johnson, and I want to invite you out June 10th to the Monte Carlo night being put on by Competitive Edge EQ. Competitive Edge EQ is an organization that works hard to make sure that thousands of student athletes are emotionally well. And as a former student athlete, there's a lot to balance. And even if you put the music component on it, there's a lot to balance when you have to practice, when you have to be available emotionally and physically for your team, and then for your family, and then for yourself to be able to perform well in school, not just on the field. This is about on and off the field success, perseverance, getting those life skills that create the resilience needed to succeed. And Competitive Edge EQ is putting that all together. But we need your help. We want you to come out June 10th from 7 to 11 at the Country Club at Woodmore. And I'm going to be there performing. We're going to be supporting, and we're going to have fun, because it is Monte Carlo night. So I hope to see you there. You can click below for more information. Check it out, you all. The stakes are high, and we need to bet on our student athletes. I'll see you there on June 10th at the Country Club at Woodmore, 7 to 11. Click below. Come flow with us.
Wow, that sounds like a great event.
Flow back up in there. Come flow.
Come flow with us.
Yes.
So tell us some more about this event this week. Sounds incredible.
So yes, it is incredible. Obviously, we have Marcus Johnson, jazz artist, obviously local, former athlete. Now here's the switch. Not only is he an athlete, not only is he an artist, he's also a lawyer. So he figured it out at a young age. In addition to that, we have a DJ. In addition to that, we have Tinderbox we have a cigar bar with Tinderbox. And in addition to that, we have Marcus's Flow Wine as a wine tasting. So you're getting live entertainment, DJ, wine tasting, cigars, and an auction of sports memorabilia, as well as, I missed one more thing. What did I miss, Lisa?
I don't know, but just come have a good time for a good cause.
You can't have people come in the room with no food.
No, you gotta have
food and drinks, a cash bar. You know, folks like to have their libations, so you can't miss those.
Sounds good. Sounds good. All right.
But if I may add, the real purpose is fun and fundraising for the purpose of developing or supporting us in supporting young people in our community. We cannot complain about young folks, what they're not doing, what they can't do. We need to get on the fast side of it and create programming for them so that they can develop themselves beyond where they are. And so our program just so happens to be around the emotional intelligence space. And so if you are a former athlete, a current athlete, if you have a student athlete, if you still hurting from your pains from playing the sport, you need to be in the house to have a good time for the purpose of developing programming for student athletes.
Well, how can people get tickets to the event? Yeah, oh yeah, no question about it. Lennie, how can people get tickets for the event itself?
You can go to our website, www.compedeq.org. Go to the events page, and from there you can get tickets.
I will post it also in the chat. And for tonight, use the promo code Let It Flow. Of course, Marcus Johnson. Let It Flow. Use that promo code to save.
Okay, so if it would be great if you could put that in the chat group now, Linda.
I will.
Lisa, that's great. Thank you.
Let it flow.
Well, look, y'all have been absolutely fantastic guests. A lot of excitement, a lot of great things that you guys are doing. We know we want to get you back on for a longer show, a longer segment. But we're so happy you were able to join us for our Socially Speaking segment tonight. And is there anything else that you might want to leave the folks with real fast? Either one of you or both of you.
You got it, Lennie.
So the bottom line is what we do is through the eyes of emotional intelligence. We're developing the skills for young people to be able to go well beyond their playing career, and more importantly, understand that sports is an ecosystem. This is how we teach, and this is what we talk about. Every job that is outside of sport is inside of sport. You can be a doctor, you can be a lawyer, you can be facilities, you can be security, you can be the doctor, you can be the trainer. Everything that's inside is outside. So you may not be the professional athlete, but guess what? The advantage of that, you're going to have a long career because most athletes don't last long. So when you go and look at it from that perspective, guess what? Using emotional intelligence to give you the tools to adapt to any situation that you may come into, you're good.
Sure.
Awesome. Well, look, audience, before they leave, can everybody just drop a 1 in the chat group? That signifies saying thank you to them. And next time, look, I really have questions about this new era where college athletes get paid. I want y'all to think about that. And we're going to talk about that the next time that you come back, all right?
And also about what you think about transgender, going in a different situation, of men playing, how would that work? Your thoughts on that? There's a lot of information out there. We got to have.
So we will have you on again soon. Thank you guys so much for your time.
I'm definitely gonna reach out to y'all.
Absolutely, no problem. I'll put the event link in the chat for folks who are interested.
Okay, definitely.
You guys will have
reach out to you.
On, you got to give up the air horn for him. Give him the air horn for him, On.
You know what it is, baby.
Thank you.
All righty,
have a good one.
All right, y'all.
Bye.
What's up next, Al?
Memphis Grizzlies star John Morant has
I'm
been
on-
suspended.
I'm on the wrong week.
Yeah.
So,
Hey, I want to bring you
Yes,
things together. I want to welcome Candy J. I want to welcome my boy Londell Owens to the show. Londell's going to be a future guest of ours. Londell, we look forward to having you on the show for a full interview in a couple of weeks, Londell. So I'll be in touch later tomorrow, and we'll get that set up, the date and time for that.
Zeke.
Mr. Londell Owens. Zeke Owens. Yes, sir.
Zeke Owens.
Yes, sir. Got to have. Londell is doing the damn thing, man. Y'all need to hear
Man,
it.
Londell is killing it right now. He's killing it right now.
Yeah, brother is doing it, and he has a great life story too that everybody needs to hear. So one of the true iconic families of Annapolis, and definitely want his story on. So
little skinny ass was quick.
oh, they used to call him Gervin for a reason, you know.
Man. Zeke little skinny ass was quick.
All right, so look, y'all. Tonight we transition into our features video tonight. The biggest unknown weight loss secrets revealed. Guess what it is? It's the role of the lymphatic system and how does it work. My man Pierre is a masseuse. He's gonna tell you all about some great things about it. We got the brothers on here to break it down. And so without further ado, let's look at the feature video about the lymphatic system, because really this could be the thing that's stopping you from losing weight and stopping and causing health problems. But most people don't talk about it, but we're going to talk about it tonight on the Night Brothers show. Here we go.
In order to understand what exactly we can do to get this system on track, we need to learn about lymphatic system first.
Body and soul science.
We all know that the nutrients and oxygen needed by body cells are transported through the cardiovascular system of the body. The heart pumps the blood through the blood vessels, and this blood circulates around and round through the body. When the blood reaches the tiny blood vessels called capillaries, it is then be able to exchange nutrients and waste. So the blood is circulated round and round in a loop. But it has a problem. The heart needs to pump quite strong for the blood to go fast enough to feed all the cells in the body. And what that means is that the pressure that heart exerts is very high. This forces some fluid out of the blood vessels. This fluid is not exactly blood, but more liquidy like plasma, and is called lymph. This liquid accumulates and becomes a problem. So some people get edema. They'll get swelling in their ankles and swelling in different parts of the body. So where does that fluid go? Does it just disappear? So that's where our lymphatic system comes in. In other words, the lymphatic system is another plumbing system that collects this fluid and bring it back to the circulation. And that way it goes back in the heart. This fluid not only contains protein, fats, but also contains toxins. This lymphatic system does not have a pump like heart. So how does the circulation of this fluid takes place? Here, the movement of this lymph is totally dependent upon our body movement. That is the reason why exercise is so important for the body. Because if this fluid is not circulated back to the blood, it gets accumulated, leading to small packets of fat across the body, which is called cellulite. Over time, this accumulated fat causes weight gain and obesity. So lymphatic drainage helps in weight loss to a greater extent. If the lymphatic system is clogged up, then all your efforts to lose body fat are not going to be effective. So it's super important to get that lymph moving. There are many ways to stimulate lymphatic system. One of the ways is a type of exercise called rebounding using a trampoline. So by hopping on a mini trampoline, you're basically forcing your body's muscles to contract, helping the drainage instead of having it collected in your ankles like you see people with swollen ankles. You're helping some of that return to the system. It moves every muscle group within its entire range of motion. It works at every single cell of the body, like brain cells, adrenal cells, or skin cells. It's like all the cells are doing push-ups 100 times a minute. They get stronger and stronger and healthier. They bring in oxygen and nutrients and excrete waste, and they make better tissues. There is so much stagnation in the colon, so much stuff inside the liver like dried blood, estrogens, fibrolytic materials, toxins, acids, excess albumin, cell debris, all kinds of things are stuffed inside. and you don't even know it. You don't know any difference until you remove them from your body. So once you learn it, how good the exercise is in removing stagnated stuff inside your body, you would never want to give it up. The benefits of rebounding is beyond weight loss and muscle.
And muscle tone, for sure.
All right.
Yes, sir. Video clip.
All right, Q, Pierre, Kenny, and Arden, we're going to dive into the lymphatic system. A system seldom talked about. They talk about the circulatory system. That's your blood. And your blood is usually pumped by your heart. But the lymphatic system is a very important fluid system in your body that doesn't have a pump. It doesn't have a heart. And the only way you can get it going is by moving your body or by a masseuse like Pierre. So we're going to talk about this, but Q, we want to start with you. Question number one, can you provide some information about the lymphatic system and how it relates to losing weight, my brother?
Yes. As you just explained, and as the video explained, it is a vital part of the body. And it's responsible for drawing all those excesses out, all the fluids and toxins and waste, getting that stuff out of your body. And it plays a crucial role in weight loss because, as the video explained, when the fluid is not properly circulated back and the blood backs up, it clumps up and becomes celluloid. Or if you've ever noticed swelling around the ankles, people have swelling around the ankles. I've seen people who had real bad swelling around the ankles and things of that nature. All of that is because the fluid is not being circulated properly. So once you learn how to deal with the lymphatic system and you know how to manipulate it, it can become great for you in weight loss. If you just move the body, learn to exercise. And there's certain exercises like the video talked about, which are really incredible for that, such as using a rebound and trampoline or a masseuse. And I'm gonna let the others break that down more. But the key thing is to learn to move your body. And when you move your body, the lymphatic system works better for you and helps get those toxins out and those poisons out of your body. And I'm going to leave the rest for some others because I don't want to step on there what they have to say.
All right, and pick up on that, brother. How does the lymphatic system function in collecting and transporting fluids in out the body? Because it is a lot of swelling. I had that at some point just because I wasn't moving enough. Could you help us out, brother?
Well, actually, a lot of the lymphatic system it's utilized to attack disease, injury, and that's why sometimes you see certain times with injuries, you'll have inflammation around it, swelling around it, and everything else. And it traps it. But if you're eating a real heavy diet of cheese, bread, milk, you'll have added phlegm in your system. And phlegm is good because it does attack disease, trap it, and it moves out the system. And you move it by moving. Like they said, movement, massage, yoga is very, very good for the lymphatic system, putting your body in positions where it pushes that blood and forces that lymphatic material and everything to move through the system. And that's why sometimes you'll see people that have issues here where the lymph nodes get swollen.
Right up in here. You're right, brother.
Exactly. And that's why certain times where it's uncomfortable to put yourself in that position, but to curl and put yourself in those like baby and embryo kind of positions is really good because it pushes that mucus out of there and moves that utilizes the lymph nodes, I should say, and pushes that fluid and transports that fluid. But you have to move, you have to bounce at least about 7 minutes, whether that's jogging, walking, rebounding, jump rope, or whatever else to engage that lymph node system. But it's extremely important to move that fluid.
Amen. Amen, brother. Good stuff. Kenny, come your way, man. Tell us about some of the consequences of having a clogged up lymphatic system and how does it affect weight gain, obesity, and really can kind of start to break down and deteriorate your health, and you start feeling bad. You really don't know why, but because it's not something that's often talked about, so people really aren't aware, and then A lot of people talking about, I can't lose weight. I done tried everything. I done this. I done changed my diet. I exercise and everything. They just don't know that the fluid, the lymphatic system, is a drainage system to get rid of junk out your body. But if it's clogged up, that stuff doesn't stay there and you're going to get swole. Talk to us, brother. Tell us.
You hit it right on the head, my brother. It's when your lymph nodes get clogged, you can accumulate fluids in various parts of your body. Like Arden just said, you can have swelling, edema, the swelling around your legs and all that. It's weight loss. It occurs cellulite. You have to move your body. And I'm going to go back to something me and Pierre joked about it a couple of weeks ago when Pierre said about a while ago about walking and your steps. And I was like, well, I take 10,000, 8,000, 10,000 steps at work. And he said it's not the same. And I kind of doubted that. I thought 10,000 steps was 10,000 steps. No, it's not. If you're not out there exercising, really, really moving your body, sweating, there is a difference. So just like Lenny said, you have to get out there and move your body. You have to sweat. I know you walk at work, but walk some more. Sweat. Get it going.
Amen. And then there's another aspect of this, Kenny, and I want us all chime in on this because I actually did this today instead of my normal walk. But you know, explain how this works for most people, even if they kind of miss their exercise routine. And this thing called a rebounder. It's like a mini trampoline. And but all the fellas, you can jump in on this answer. How does the rebounder really help? Particularly you, Pierre, because I know you know a lot more about this.
Yeah, we're gonna let Pierre take this one.
Jump in first, yes.
Okay, yeah. Well, what happens is because you're on that you know, the like my daughter, she has outside we have a trampoline, you know, and you know, you jump, you know, if you go and you jump on that trampoline, your muscles are contracting. Every time you jump and they come down, they're contracting. You know, so you're jumping up and down and they're moving. And basically that's perfect for the lymphatic system to kick in and to get those fluids flowing through your body. It's because when you jump, there's no contraction. When you hit the trampoline, then you're contracting. So if you imagine you on that trampoline, you jumping up and you come back down. You're jumping up and you come back down. That's moving a lot of fluid throughout your whole entire body. So it's very, very effective for that. You got to keep in mind that the lymphatic system basically is your backup cleaning system. So you have a system where your body is cleaning all the time, you know, but without the lymphatic system, it wouldn't be but a matter of time before you'd be done.
You right, Pierre. You are so right, Pierre. I ain't lying. That stuff just gonna be up in you if it's not moving, and the only way to move it is toxic, because it is. It's like your trash that's going through your body goes through your lymphatic system to get out your body, and if and it's no pump, it's no heart pushing that fluid.
Right.
No. So the more you contract, it's so important to be working out, you know, doing some type of resistance training, doing some type of walking, doing some type of jumping on a trampoline, doing something. Move. Just please move. If you don't move, I'm gonna tell you, you're gonna sit there and die.
And people wonder why they have the swelling of the ankles and the celluloid deposits and things of that nature. Because they're not moving, and that toxin. See, those toxins have to go somewhere. Arden, is that correct? They have to go somewhere.
Well, they need to go somewhere else.
The body has to. So when you're doing
the issue is,
my bad,
not moving. When they sit there, the lymphatic system traps those toxins. If those toxins stay in you, you die.
Yes.
When the lymphatic system goes sideways, it's a problem. It's a real problem. And you go to the hospital. And a lot of times, if your heart and all of that stuff checks out, if your blood pressure is good and everything else is good, and they send you home because they say, "Oh, you look
your vitals are good."
And that's fine. Right. If you're not measuring your lymphatic system, and if they're not checking that, they can send you home and you could die 2-3 days later.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
It happen like that. But the key piece, hold on for 1 second. But the key piece is to understand that with that little thing in the middle of that string right there, you bounce on that for 7 minutes. Plus, anything over 7 minutes, it starts engaging your lymphatic system. That's the important number to understand. So do 10 minutes. Jump on something for 10 minutes. And if not, bounce for 10 minutes.
Yeah, somebody had this question, Arden.
Low impact is very important, huh?
Deb said, does jump rope give you the same benefits? And explain why that is so, Arden.
Because two things, just like Pierre said, you're engaging, now with jump rope, it's even better because you're engaging your legs and your upper body, spinning that rope.
Yes.
So the other thing is that you're literally shaking your body up and down, and it takes that movement to engage that system. Because like Lenny said, like Pierre said, and everyone else has said, that there's nothing pushing that besides you moving. So it's really good, and it's very important. The other piece that people fail to realize how important stretching is for your lymphatic system, and how important one massage once a month at least is very imperative for your lymphatic system.
Pierre, you want to address that, Pierre?
Yeah, I can chime in on this. And so basically the question is, can you explain the benefits of using a rebounding exercise to help stimulate the lymphatic system? I kind of did that already, but the most important,
portion.
You can. There's so many different ways of helping the lymphatic system to do its job. Just remember, you have lymph nodes. You have some in your neck. You have lymph nodes underneath your underarms. You have your knees. They're all over the body. And if they get clogged up, that could cause a serious problem. 9 out of 10 times, it can actually lead to cancer of the lymphatic system, which is nasty and deadly. So all that is extended from not moving. Just not moving.
Real quick, guys. Real quick.
One of the things that I do when I'm doing massages, I do massages pretty much 3 times. I massage at least 9 to 10 people, a week. I can pretty much tell you every single person that I massage, I'm doing a type of a lymphatic massage along with the Swedish, along with all the other deep tissue, all of that, because I understand that's another part of a system that's really, really important that we tend to neglect a lot. But just from, like Arden just said, and Kenny just said, one, I have sometimes they come maybe once a month. That's enough to get that stuff moving. It's not a whole lot that has to happen to get the lymphatic system working when you're doing massage. It's not. It's a real simple, easy kind of thing. But it's so important. It's powerful. It's important. Again, remember, when we're massaging, we're moving stuff. We're pushing everything to the heart. So when I'm massaging somebody from their legs, I'm not massaging them to pull the blood down to their legs. I'm massaging them to push the blood and everything to the heart. Once it gets up into the heart and all that kind of stuff, those systems take over and keeps things clean. That's why we tell people right away, and every single time that I massage somebody, I go and get them water and say, drink water all day. Yes. To help flush out, those and stuff out of your lymph nodes, and to help you to be, healthy. And most people do not pay hardly attention, don't know nothing hardly at all about the lymphatic system. But I'm telling you right now, if it ain't working,
I'm telling you,
be here long if it ain't.
One of the things we did not mention is those toxins are taken out of the body through your elimination, through urine and feces and things of that nature. So that's why drinking that water is important, and that elimination is so important to get those toxins out of your body. Peter, you had one other thing you wanted to add, and let you add that before.
Yeah, I did. Vonda Best Franklin just solidified what I was thinking, what I just said about when Pierre was talking about the 10,000 steps. 10,000 steps is good, but exercising while doing so is better. If you're doing something, not just walking around at work, checking this and checking that, and then going and sitting down. When you're actually in exercise mode, like Pierre said, this was probably a year ago, Pierre. It's a big difference, and there is a difference.
Yeah,
All
your
right.
body knows the difference.
Yes.
Your cells in your body are very, very intelligent. They are checking you out. They are
Yes.
hearing everything that you say you're about. You know, there are many. You know, so whatever's going on in your brain and whatever, those cells understand that too. So, you know, sending them a message saying, hey, you know, there's a difference between I'm working, you have a different attitude, everything's different compared to I'm walking and I'm exercising. Your body knows the difference.
Your body knows the difference. That's
We
Pierre.
don't know how intelligent our body is. Look how many, it's probably like 1,000 systems that are working that we ain't even thinking about right now.
That's true. And if you don't have the fluid, your blood and the fluid in your lymph system moving properly, stuff just gonna start breaking down and not gonna work properly. Now my wife, she put a chat in the group that says she does this every morning. We have a rebounder upstairs, and I tell you, Tashia, she exercises every morning doing this, and I'm gonna tell you, she don't have no problem with none of that type of stuff.
Yep.
And I mean, she eat clean and all that as well, though. But I'm saying she don't gain weight that much. She don't get no whole bunch of acne or a whole lot of swelling or none of that, because she does this every morning for about 20 minutes to a half hour or whatever. And man, made me think about it today. I said, you know what, we're doing a show on this. I'm not going walking today. I'm gonna go get on that trampoline. So I went on there upstairs and got on that thing for a half hour, sweated harder than me walking 5 miles. And I was like, you know what?
Let me ask you this, Lenny. When you stepped off of it, how'd your legs feel when you stepped on firm ground again?
Oh man, I felt like, you know, I got out of spaceship or something, you know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So
look, what we're gonna try to show people where they can get one of these rebounders. You know, the Knight Brothers are even provide things of that nature, links to Amazon and things of that nature, so that you can get a rebounder that will help them and it helps the show at the same time. That's what we want to do ultimately.
Yes.
I think somebody put up a question. They asked how long, you know, would I need to massage them, you know, would they need to get a massage? I would say the minimum time for lymphatic drainage is probably 30 minutes. Normally, you know, most massages are an hour. It's usually an hour. But for some reason at the Hand and Stone, they call me the 90-minute man. Because
damn, but watch out now.
I'll say this, at least that's better than the minute man.
That's true. 90 is good.
Because you know, I mean, my main focus is trying to do I can massage wise, you know, to make sure and keep these people healthy. Yes, I am a personal trainer. Here, are you a person? Yes, I am. I've been a personal trainer for 25 plus years.
Pierre, y'all want to get an appointment? Y'all know how to hit Pierre up on Facebook. I'm gonna tell you, man, the brother will take care of you. You know, and it's needed, because if you can't move as much, you might need a massage before you can even start doing a rebounder, because you just might be that out of whack
and toxic.
And the massage, see how this woman is doing stuff across her chest. She's pushing she's doing the leg. They're pushing fluid in the lymphatic system to, like Pierre said, to get into the heart so it can pump out and get out of your system in some type of way, like Quavian said, either through your stool or either through your urine. So definitely a lot to consider, man, because this is one of the main reasons people don't lose weight.
Yep. Well, Lenny, thanks. This was a great segment. We'll have to revisit again at another time as well. But for the sake of time tonight, we're going to have to move on once again as we go to near the close of the show. And let's move on to the next segment.
The Knight Brothers show promotes black seed oil, the perfect addition to your daily health routine. Black seed oil and pills are made with high-quality pure seeds and is 100% natural cold-pressed and unrefined. Packed with anti-inflammatory properties and more, black seed oil helps the immune system, weight control, healthy skin, hair, and improve overall well-being. Buying from our Amazon link helps the growth and success of the show, allowing us to bring you informative and entertaining content. Don't wait, start improving your health today. Order from the Knight Brothers Amazon link and experience the many benefits of black seed oil.
Y'all know the deal. We're going to put it back on the screen at the end of the show. But Q, why don't you tell folks a little bit about what we're going to be doing as far as merchandise goes. Kenny has some merchandise. Tell folks about the cruise first, because it's still not too late to get your spot on the cruise boat. We got about, how many people, Q? About 40-some people now? Or something like that?
We're in the 40s now as far as amount of people who decide to cruise with us. And listen, guys, it's not too late, man. We're going to get up to 50 or 60 people maybe even. And so, Lenny, if you could play, there's the number right there for reservation. All you have to do is reach out to our cruise director, Todd, at 1-800-819-3902, extension 85246, and ask for Todd and tell him that you want to be a part of the Knight Brothers Cruise. And man, we're going to have a great time. So as a part of this, we're going to have some Knight Brothers Cruise swag. Arden and some others, we're spearheading, and we're going to have some ball caps, some hats that you'll be able to get for the cruise if you remember the cruise. We're going to have that for you. If you're going on the cruise, you will get a hat. Okay, we're also going to have some glasses being made, and Kenny's spearheading that. We're going to have some glasses and some shot glasses and some mugs, which you'll be able to for purchase for that in this instance for the cruise itself. Some drinking mugs like the one Kenny's holding in his hand. That's going to be available. And also, if you do go on a cruise and you get the hat, you're going to be in the running to get a T-shirt at a discounted rate as well. So we have T-shirts as well. So we want to have that Knight Brothers swag for the cruise, man. We're going to have big fun, and guys, we're looking forward to that.
Amen. Kenny, show him the glass again. See if you can spin it around.
This is the first annual Knight Brothers Cruise 2023. This is something you can walk around with the ship
I like that, Kenny.
long. Yes, sir. All day long. This is something you can walk around. We're going to have them, like my big brother said, we're going to have shot glasses. We're going to have, but that's going to be, the shot glasses are probably going to be for like an intimate affair. But this is going to be something you can walk around on the ship with. It's not glass.
Yeah, and
First
it's the
annual Knight Brothers Cruise. You can walk around to the pools and all that. We're going to have the blinged out edition. We're going to have that on the Knight Brothers website coming up real soon. Check it out.
And it's something to keep your beverages nice and cool too.
Nice and cool. Yes.
Yes. You want to keep your beverages cool.
Hey, Q, you better watch out, because Linda Lean going to be hollering about where my glass at next.
Yes, my girl Linda. I got Linda. Don't worry, I got Linda under control.
Oh my God, y'all crazy as hell.
Mimi gonna have something to say about that.
Don't get mad, Mimi. Don't get mad, baby.
Yeah, Mimi gonna have something to say about that.
All right, y'all, look, y'all know the deal. We want to thank y'all for joining us. If you want your black seed oil, get your black seed oil. I got to re-up. I know Melody Butler got hers recently. I got to re-up. I'm getting low on my black seed oil. Spirulina I'm kind of good on. But look, we know you can buy black seed oil and spirulina anywhere. That's not the point, folks. The point is support the show. Support us. Help us out a little bit, just a little bit, baby. You know what I mean? And get your
next week we're going to show them how they can even get rebounders through the show as well.
Yes, absolutely. You can go to our Amazon links, and these URLs will take you to our Amazon page. If you buy something from there, we do get a very, very small commission. It helps us out and it helps support the show, because all of this stuff you see going on just don't happen magically. It costs money. We love y'all so much, but
for those that want to go do it now, just go through the tinyurl.com/KV-black seed oil or spirulina, and then go from there and search for your bounce, and that'll definitely do the move if you understand what I'm saying real quick. But that's the portal. After you get to our spot right there, you can kind of go and get whatever. So we appreciate you.
No doubt. Well, I want to thank those for joining that YouTube tonight, because we are trying to build a YouTube channel. Pamela Smith, you got the little red dot right there. Thank you for joining us on YouTube tonight.
As did Tashia tonight, as did Melody Butler tonight as well.
Melody Butler on YouTube tonight. Tashia Knight on YouTube tonight. Thank y'all for joining us so much.
Cleaning the rebound. That's what it is right there. Tashia Knight. Cleaning the rebound.
Thank you, Tashia Knight.
Quazy, why don't you give us closing thoughts on behalf of everybody? We're gonna turn it on out tonight.
Yes, as I said, we're gonna have everybody. Roger will be back next week. Hopefully, Armand will be back next week as well, as he is still in the honeymoon phase. And we'll have the full crew on next week. And we're gonna explore some other interesting topics as we always do. Guys, we got a lot planned, but we have the Knight Brothers Cookout coming. We're gonna have a barbecue, and we want you guys to be a part of that. We're gonna show you how you can become a part of that. We have the cruise, and we're gonna have the Knight Brothers Jersey and Jean dance coming in the fall as well. So just continue to rock with us. Continue to support us. When you buy things through our link, they really help out our show immensely, as we can cover the cost of things that we do here on a weekly basis. So with all that being said, we want to say thank you for everybody. Thank you for Lenny for putting all the finishing touches on the show, for Arden for the work you put in, and for the research that goes in, and for everybody who contributes in some way, shape, or form. Good night to you guys. Good night. God bless. We love you, and we'll see you next week. And don't forget to check out our link.
Subscribe for 5 days.
Houston. Thank you to the Leonards. Lennie Leonard, I guess. And look forward to having Londell Owens on the show pretty soon as our special guest. Londell, I'll be with you, brother, and we're going to have you on, Zeke.
Peace and love.
Peace and love.